Alright everybody, welcome back to the Taiko World Cup 2025 round of 16. Today we've got for you one of the lower bracket matches. We've got, I keep thinking shit, Switzerland versus Mexico, seeds 25 versus 24, so just from that this is looking to be a good one. I'm over to Hedge 2015, joined today by Beat43210. Hey Beat.
Good morning everybody. This round of 16 matchup is shaping up to be one of the more exciting ones, and that's pretty hard to pull off after the earlier results today. We had a tiebreaker. Switzerland, Mexico. Oh, you want to contest it?
I mean, the earlier results have been a bit odd. We had 3 absolutely convincing sweeps, and then we had what might be the match of the tournament, just out of nowhere. But who knows? Maybe this will be able to compete with it.
It's a high standard. It's a high standard.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it seems very close. The teams in their structure kind of seem like they could pull off a close match. They're pretty different in their skill sets, which usually leads to a lot of like held picks and close scores. So I could see this going a long way at the very least.
All right. So going into the rolls, Switzerland has lost their roll. They rolled a 23. Mexico is scoring very high, getting a 93. Ooh. And Switzerland decides to ruin Hiroke's day. By banning Hidden 1. Really sad.
I don't know if that map's going to survive a single ban phase this weekend. Like, it is hard. It is a, let's say, a step up from last week's Hidden 1. They don't want to play Hidden.
He said in the song description, please don't ban, and everyone was like, no.
Well, you made it too hard. So, unfortunately, you don't get what you want. Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of teams probably struggling.
Getting banned as well. Wow, both of these teams taking Hidden off the table. They don't want to deal with it. Nope.
Yeah, unusual to see 2 bans from the CM mod bracket. Wow, Taiko World Cup actually practiced it to the point of an FC. If you know MC2VP or Taiko World Cup, that's impressive for him. That's something he does not do unless he wants to win pretty bad. Very unusual behavior, but it was all for nothing. Like the gimmick player ripping up his notes as NM4 is banned. Hidden 2 goes off the board.
Absolutely tragic. Hidden players, hidden player stocks at an all-time low in this matchup. But there's of course the free mod pool, so maybe we may see a touch of Hidden. Should free mod 1 or 2 get picked.
Well, given the bans, something tells me we'll see a lot more Hard Rock than Hidden. Yeah, Neko Tile as well. I think Hidden 2 is Nakarin's kind of thing, I might be wrong, so it probably was an actual insane ban for Mexico. Huge brain, even if they're just banning what they hit. It was something the other team really wanted this week.
If your opponents are molding, it's usually a good sign. Usually.
Oh yeah, for sure. That tends to be the big mental win you can get at the start of the match before the maps even come up.
100%.
All right,
but of course, Mexico. That only works if you prepare for it.
Oh yeah, Mexico to pick.
Yeah.
What will we pick? A little bit.
That is a good question. That is a great question. It is one that deserves a great answer, and the answer turns out to be Nomad 2. And Wolf is very happy. Where is he?
This is a very good answer, to be fair. This map is great fun. However, it is one of the harder maps in the pool. Just technically, it's the hardest. I don't think it's really a contest. Maybe a Hidden 1, depending on the player. Kind of gives it a run for its money, but like, this is the tech map, and it's the techiest map by very far this week.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard to FC, especially when, you're in a match, you only have 1 try. If you're mind blocked on a part, and you're probably not going to hit it, that just means you're probably not going to FC the map. It doesn't matter how few parts it is.
100%. So, of course, this is the round of 16. So first to 5 map points will win the match and progress on. The match predictions in the channel stream is closing in a minute, so if you haven't got in your channel points, feel free to do so. That's going to be wrapping up. People are favoring Switzerland at least. From the flipped. Mexico just picked up Mexico just had a big backer.
It's close as it should be. Yeah. This is a tough matchup to call.
Yeah, and even in the audience is divided.
They're about
50. They're about 50-50.
I'm sitting on this prediction screen with 20 seconds left thinking, what should I do?
Oh, TikTok, buddy. You gotta make a decision.
Ooh.
I can hear the, like, 24 music from the TV show, just, like, the countdown music just ticking in the head.
Oh, the cogs are turning. I have 5 seconds. Switzerland.
Okay.
I'll put 20 coins on Switzerland out of the 70k.
20 coins.
Oh, I don't gamble. I just put down, symbolic amounts. But
nah, that's fair. That's fair. I can't talk smack. I didn't put anything in.
Damn.
So,
yeah, this one's hard to call. I think it might come down to the tiebreaker just in terms of Mexico, the more mechanics team. They'll probably pick Nomad 2, 3, maybe 1, maybe 5, maybe DT, and Switzerland maybe picking stuff like Hard Rock 1. I'm not sure about Hard Rock 2, probably the free mods, and we'll probably have winnable maps like maybe Nomad 4. I'm not sure how Taiko World Cup will do in it. Both teams have plenty of picks that at least look winnable. Which isn't something you can say for many of these matches.
And we're getting underway.
He-Man immediately misses.
Hey, it's a tough start.
Neko tile, though, trades it back after a second. Yeah, the intro of this map, brutal.
Yeah, a lot of players picking up misses. Flame Shock, shocking the board with an 87% opener. But this is a very tricky opening. Probably one of the more trickier openings in the pool. So,
yeah,
not surprising to see players struggling on the board.
A lot of nerves here, potentially, for Mexico. Wasn't this their pick?
Yeah, it was. So far, it's backfiring horribly.
Switzerland kind of going crazy on this. Taiko World Cup with a... Okay, he hits a second and a third 100, as I'm about to speak about him, but still in the mid-99. Nakarin still at seeing, did not know this was the kind of map they could play at all. And Nekotile sitting on... Looking at a reverse choke here. Really strong score spread from Switzerland, especially for the lower bracket.
Well, Maximil's trying to keep the momentum for the Mexico team, but it's a very tall order to do.
All FCs are gone. Taiko World Cup has missed, but still holding on to the best stack in the lobby by a wide margin, and Switzerland's worst is currently eclipsing Mexico's best by a good bit. This is dominant right now.
Yeah. Going through the next GI time. There's not really much to say that's changing the results. Actually, no, hang on a minute. Nekotel on a really high combo. 770, still on track for that reverse choke FC.
Yeah, and this is only at the start. It's looking good for Switzerland here. Almost 250,000 score to the good. Not something you get
Nekotel.
Combo is gone, but if you just look at this left side, look at the right side, Maxmisil is keeping up with the lower scores on Switzerland, but that's all they've got.
Maximil and Taiko World Cup getting the only 2 scores out of that section.
Yeah, and this being a break point immediately, I mean, it's gonna be... Even a disconnect isn't really gonna save Mexico now. And Taiko World Cup closes out the 99% score. Not bad at all, even if there are the 2 misses there. And, I mean, even just the miss counts, let alone the 100 counts, kind of tell their own story. 252 versus 10, 21, 29. And Nakarin apparently PBing 900k. On all of Switzerland's players, actually, 900k. Pretty good score spread on one of the harder maps in the pool.
Yeah, very good results by the Switzerland team to open things up with a breakpoint too. Gotta love that extra spice. Right is blue and left is red. Hey man, it's hard.
Yeah, it's to be tough.
Isn't that the fundamental rule of DDKK?
Nakarin's Red Bull strategy seems to have come into use here. Just take a sip, do well on a map. Works every time. Every time it works, that is. Yeah, really strong showing there from Switzerland. Started off on what I thought was going to be a fairly Mexico-favored map, or if not at least close. And they're going to pick Hard Rock 1, or Switzerland. Diocido di Carbonio. The accurate char, I wouldn't even call it a tech map, really. It's pretty much an accuracy map. Even at this level, we're going to see mostly FCs on this, if all is well.
Well, both of these teams did ban Hidden, so there is an implication that these teams are a bit more proficient with Hard Rock. So I'm actually quite excited to see how high these scores will go.
Yeah, I think this is probably the most accessible of the mod picks, for sure. I think there are probably stronger picks in the pool for Switzerland, but this one does make perfect sense.
And not just that too. This map actually kind of gives Switzerland a bit of a taster to Mexico's potential.
Yeah.
So if they do quite well on this map, they may try to punish Mexico with Hard Rock 2 the next time around.
Yeah.
And if it backfires, they just lose their breakpoint advantage. It's not the end of the world. So I actually like this decision by Switzerland to go a little bit exploring into the world of the mods.
Yeah, this makes perfect sense. Pretty much textbook here from Switzerland, but you always have to execute.
That's true. That's true. Keyword execute. If you can't do it, then why?
Yeah, all the strategy in the world can't save you if you just feel to play the maps well and match.
Yeah, exactly. All the strategy in the world can't save you from a lack of skill.
Or just too much nerves. Bunch of things that can get you. You have to avoid kind of a minefield of stuff to really do well in a tournament. It's really impressive when you see people just FC entire matches, especially after playing enough tournaments yourself to know how hard it is.
And then even after all of that, there's always like things that'll be under control.
Sometimes
like a localized lag, localized distraction. You name it.
Yeah, fly landing on your monitor type stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But flies. Do we want to talk about the story how one time I got attacked by a cockroach in the middle of a match? No fun.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that was horrible. Never again will a cockroach come in the middle of my map. So you never know. Like localized distractions, I tell you.
Anyway.
Oh, Nekotal
immediately missing on the intro of Hard Rock 1. The Mexican players alright so far. Obviously, we've not seen any of the hard parts yet, but it's very close. Both teams dropping a lot of 100s. Oh, God, the double 1-6 stream is going to get two of Mexico's players, and suddenly it's looking pretty comfortable for Switzerland already. After a shaky start.
Well, we've had a bit of a player swap in the Mexico team. Algamalpa stepping up.
Yeah, coming in for Flame Shock.
Doing all right, actually. He's at 95%. Although, given how well Switzerland's been playing, it's not enough right now.
Yeah,
it's really tragic.
Nekotal again with the misses at the start of the map, but TWC and Nakarin still on their full combos into the second half. Really just taking Switzerland above and beyond here. Not much Mexico can do, but hope for a lot of very large mistakes.
Well, Maximil doing the best he can. 97.5%. It is enough to compete with TWC and Nakarin. And Nekotal to an extent. So
yeah.
But it's not enough to lift the rest of the team.
It takes three, yeah. And currently, it's a stretch to say Mexico even have one on the level required because Nekotal is Switzerland's lowest score, still keeping all the way up with Max. And coming into the outro, it's a 250,000 score difference. This map is over.
Yeah, it is. And this is a very productive adventure by Switzerland.
Yeah. Oh, just missing out on the 3 mil team score, but I'm sure they'll be happy enough with that.
Now, a win is a win, and even better when you have two FCs coming from Taiko World Cup and Nakarin. Very good results there.
Impressive, yeah.
8 with 19 100s from TWC. Can't say too much about that.
The MVP of the lobby saying bad act, you love to see it. That's how you know you've got confidence. Oh,
bad act.
I beat all of you guys, but like, damn, I could have done better too. That's one of the scarier things you can see someone say in a match. is you lose to them comprehensively, and they're like, man, I'm not happy with that either. Unless you yourself know you can get up to that level, it can really hurt you. But Mexico gonna follow up with No Mod 5. Makes sense. Suddenly it seems like there is a decent difference in skill between these teams, even though it was looking really interesting coming in, but No Mod 5 is the coin flip map. It doesn't really matter who you are, you can note lock on this map. Some of the patterns are nasty. Like, just really painful if you're not 100% on it.
With a star rating of 6.17, it's not pulling it back too many punches either. So, especially for these lower seeded teams who are not going to be as precise as some of the higher seeded teams in the field, there's a lot that can trip up any of these players on the board. So, it's going to be a scary 2.5 minutes indeed. So, Switzerland maintaining the strategy of just keeping up with their 3 players. Makes sense. They do have a very thin roster. I think they only have 4 players on across their entire team. So, we're going to be seeing these 3 pretty much for the remainder of the match, maybe. There might be one substitution. But
Polymer also, their 4th player not on the screen, Switzerland, hasn't appeared the entire tournament so far. You might be filling the Uy role of signing up so that Switzerland can qualify, so that they are allowed to have a team because they have 4 players. And
that could be the case.
Leaving it to his team.
That could be the case. Mexico, on the other hand, they have a bit of a deeper roster, which
Aaron
is helping them. Yeah, Aaron now as well making an appearance. It is helping them fill up their 3rd players and their 2nd players in each of the maps. But so far, it has not helped out in their match against Switzerland. Will things change here in No Mod 5? Alright. A very peaceful start.
Yep, nothing too crazy. All 6 players not SSing, but FCing what are already some tricky stream patterns. No part of this map is easy. Absolutely none. You have to focus the entire thing, and Nakarin's gonna get caught out.
Yeah, a very good recovery by Nakarin's gonna keep the Switzerland lead for now, but it is now razor thin at about 10,000 points.
1-3 coming in. Aaron's gonna get caught hard. Yvonne as well. Both recover somewhat quickly, but it's still enough to balloon the lead into almost the 6 digits.
Yeah. Nakarin missing again, but was lucky it was at the end of the combo, so recovery was fairly good. And now we cross over to the halfway point of the match. Nekotal, Taiko World Cup, and Maximil on full combos, albeit Maximil on a low accuracy FC right now, sitting at around 97.5%. Yeah. Relative to Taiko World Cup and Nekotal, who are 99 and 99.8 respectively. That is still a very fine effort by Maximil.
Switzerland, a good active team here, sitting on 399s is impressive this late into the map.
Yeah, and it's not getting any better on the Mexican side. Is Aaron now the only player with a substantial combo? Despite the occasional lockups, Aaron's actually doing all right at 98.2%.
Coming into the ending, last chance here for Mexico. This was their pick. This is a break point if Switzerland take this. Nakarin is going to find a little lockup, but it's barely enough to make a dent. Taiko World Cup finds the CM, but it cuts a 10th out of the lead, and it's over, yeah. Are they going to get 2.9? No, not quite, but it's pretty close.
Nekotal.
Pretty good scores.
Is going to be finishing that with a full combo. 12 100s too. That is a very fine result.
Yeah, unfortunate that TWC missed right near the end there on the last stream. Max with only 1 miss, but yeah, I think as usual, it's just the accuracy difference. Like, you look at, say, Hivon's 80 100s, that's more than Switzerland had misses and 100s combined. It's rough.
Wow.
So, Switzerland gonna pick next? Wait, Mexico? Switzerland? Oh, no, Max saying pick HR too.
Yeah.
Wait, but it's Switzerland's pick.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
No, I'm worrying about it, V.
I know you are worrying about it. I am just relaxing. I am chilling. Don't worry, yeah, there we go. They just wanted to hear Hard Rock Fruit 2 for a minute. Don't worry. See, all is good in the world, right? Just as good as the Taiko World Cup banners, which you can purchase right now on the Osu store. Feel free to support your favorite teams. And if you do pick the winning team, you get to keep the banner for the year. If it's not Japan, it is a bonus. You get bragging rights for the rest of time.
Oh,
itself.
if you pick the right team and the right team isn't Japan, you will look like the smartest person in Taiko. It's
exactly.
Even if you did it really just to support your boys, if your boys win the tournament, you'll not be right up there with them. They'll be kind of in a league of their own, but you'll look pretty good.
You'll be flexing to the end of time itself. So, yeah, feel free to support the Osu World Cup series. How you doing yet? Anyways, so let's see what we got here. I don't believe we've had any changes in the lineup. Now, Trinity Force is free mod 1. For those who are just tuning in the round of 16 and have never seen any of the Taiko World Cup matches in the last 2 or so years, free mod is free mod. You can go with the map as it is with no mod. You can put on hidden, you can put on hard rock, or you could put on both hidden and hard rock. There's no restrictions on how many mods you got to do or how little or any of this overcomplicated stuff. Can you put on as many mods as possible, and can you get away with it? That is the two questions that we constantly ask in free mod. And for each mod that you can do so, your team collectively gets about a 6% advantage, which for the rough rule of thumb is about 1.5% of accuracy.
I thought it was about 2%. Either way, it's pretty significant.
Nah, it's because it's 1.5 because combo. People, yeah, if you end up picking up misses or something, yeah, it does. You don't need the full 2% accuracy. It's about 1.5.
It looks like we're getting into this anyway. Oh, okay. 2 mods per team on FM1. I'm a little bit surprised, but also this is hard for free mod 1. It really is. Yeah, Hivon on hidden. Didn't think we'd see that this match. Max, Tile, and TWC all on hard rock. Nakarin and Aaron just gonna go with no mod each. So evenly balanced mods here.
All right. So Trinity Force getting underway. Now, admittedly, there is a little trickiness here in the opening bit of the song.
Oh yeah, it's mad hard to SS.
Yeah.
Not too hard to miss on either. But
there's a bit of SV as well, which is probably why a lot of players decided to go with no mod.
Alright, this build-up turns your hit signs way down. It can be a little jarring for a couple people, maybe tricky for Ak. It's gonna get Hivon, actually. As far as I know, Hivon is DDKK, so maybe a bit of an issue with just the mono-y factor of that build-up, especially with the SV9 on hidden. Doing okay in this Ki now, but the damage is already done. 40k score in hand for Switzerland on the 4th map in a row that they're looking to take.
Yep. Maximil at 97%. Still going strong with a full combo, but the accuracy is hurting a little bit since everybody else on the Switzerland team picking up a few percentages higher in the accuracy front. That being said, we do have 5 combos on the board. Never a bad thing.
Yep, everyone doing pretty well on this so far. Nakarin and Aaron with pretty good act on the no mod plays, as you'd hope for the low risk play. The safe 980 and 990. But Yeah, the Hard Rock Act on Switzerland is really there right now. Both players approaching 99. So Taiko World Cup just above it. And another break from Yvonne is probably gonna set this to 4-0 unless some big things happen, but Switzerland have just been so solid all match, sitting on a triple FC right now.
And if that momentum continues over the next minute, there is no contest. Mexico's too far behind on the accuracy front, but Nekotel, trying to put a bit of doubt into those words, picks up the first miss of the map. Going to be spending a little bit of time trying to recover that accuracy a little. Oh, and both Taiko World Cup and Nakarin picking up 100s on that 1-6. They both make some really good saves, keeping their combos alive.
It's going to take so much more where that came from, though. Oh,
double miss.
But
that's very good.
Outro. I think it's safe here for for Switzerland. Maybe not so safe for Mexico.
Yeah. It's getting slower, too, so Hyven's going to be struggling a little bit.
He's doing all right. Speeds back up here at the end. One last 1-6, and there's the near 3 mil again from Switzerland. The Hard Rock FC is coming out from Taiko World Cup and Maximus, so Aaron with the Nomad FC, but yeah, it's just the mod players were just better on the side of Switzerland.
And it's really unfortunate too, because unlike some of the earlier maps that we've seen today, Mexico can actually play this. They correctly went with 2 mods for this pick, and I don't think going with 1 mod would have changed much. So it may maybe make things a little bit closer, but I don't think it would have changed the end result. But man, it's really unfortunate for Mexico. They were really hoping to at least get a point, and now they are at the mercy of a sweep.
Yeah, and they have one last chance to avoid it, and hopefully start the comeback. I feel like given they asked Switzerland to pick HR2, they're
well, Switzerland may actually, Switzerland may do it. I mean, it is 4-0. Like, what do you have to lose?
I think looking at this chat, they might have legitimately, and especially the fact that they were like, "Oh, please pick HR2" when it wasn't match point yet. I think they might have just thought it was 1-4, or not even that, but just thought that Switzerland had one more point than they did.
People not reading rules in our tournament? No way. That's totally never happened before.
Are we going Nomad 3?
Yes, we are. Broom, broom.
Like
we're going to Scooter Braza.
Alright. This one of the tougher maps in the pool. It's just 280 BPM. It's a decent bit dense too. It's just hard.
Yep, 280 beats per minute. Nothing like a good little speed core to possibly ruin Mexico's opportunities of advancing to the quarterfinals.
Well, maybe it starts the hope train back up. You never know. I like this song a lot. I think it just goes hard.
100%. So now time for Mexico to lock in on speed. I mean, look, this wasn't Switzerland's first choice, nor was it its second choice. So, maybe all it takes is one player struggling on Switzerland's side to give Mexico a chance. And given that Switzerland doesn't have the luxury of changing players, unlike Mexico, which actually who does have the capabilities of player swaps, if there is one skill set that can catch one player off guard, it could be speed. It could be.
It's just easy to misread stuff when it's coming at you a lot faster.
Yeah, exactly. Just ask the Hard Rock players.
Oh, I mean, no, it's easy when it's Hard Rock. It's just not easy when the BPM is high.
Mm-hmm.
I might be a little biased. Has Nakarin...
Mexico in front Mexico in front out of the introduction.
I didn't know Nakarin single tapped 280 BPM. What?
Wait, what?
Okay. KDDK 280 single tap since when? This
Okay,
might...
this is maybe the weakness that I was talking about.
Yeah, unless this is just a pocket in CN 280 single tap that Nakarin's just about to whip out on us. This could be a very well targeted pick for Mexico. If
if Mexico was picking this, but this is actually Switzerland's choice. So, unlike, and it's also
this was Mexico, 100% true.
No, the client's saying Switzerland.
Okay, hold on.
We struggle. Hey, look, players struggle to read
Mexico's,
rules.
It's Mexico's pick according to the bot.
Anyway,
we are. All right, single player game. Oh no! Oh, that is so unfortunate.
Yeah, we're in a single player game, boys. Yeah.
We just watch only Aaron's POV, only to see him.
No, that's okay.
That is tragic.
No, it's okay. Dude, Aaron activated the Weldo. What are you talking about? All right, look, that score is coming back very slowly. Man. Yep. It's coming. It's coming close. 50,000 points. You know,
Nakarin has been struggling.
You can't lose when your opponents are frozen, right?
Oh boy! There we go. Everyone about to come back in, and Mexico are ahead.
There we go.
Not doing so hot on this, about 50k score behind the rest of the team, and that's pretty close to the difference.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity by Mexico. They've been in the lead for the first time all match, and they are absolutely running with it.
All right, Maximus still on some clean act right now. TWC on 1/100, but not quite enough right now. An SS wouldn't be enough. Aaron is going to find another brick, but the team is there to keep his back. See if Mexico looking for a point, just for any road in. And it looks like they might have it.
Oh, they definitely looking like they're having it. Nakarin been struggling on the back part of the song. 280 single tap and very hard to pull off over the course of 2 minutes. And Mexico clutches a point on the verge of an exit. So,
wow.
There we go. A very good effort. Perfectly, like I said, Mexico went with the one well-known, tried and true map type that can pick out a player that will be struggling a little bit on it. They picked out Nakarin on Omod 3, and they managed to clutch in and get the point. So, a very, very well-done effort by the Mexican side.
Yeah.
Now, can they survive the rest of the pool? How far can they go with this? Okay, you're right. It actually was Mexico who picked it. It's just bugged on stream.
All right, so Switzerland gonna pick free mod 2, the hyper flip, crazy SV, crazy patterning map. This thing's hard as hell, honestly. We got sometimes it's just a little sad to say goodbye. No, this one's tough, bro.
No, Switzerland can't do this to Mexico on match point.
Oh,
no,
wait,
you can't. You can't do that on match point. No, you can't do that to them. Not like this.
Saddest feat of all. To exit TWC on this.
Well, this sadder one. How much time do you have? You know, never forget a few years ago, the United States team had an early stage exit on Incandescence's own map. That was and he was commentating, hoping that they were going to make a recovery. That was a sad thing to watch
for him, but not so much for the team. For the team, it's just, man.
It was an early exit for the United States. It was a very sad thing for them as well. Yeah. They were expected to go a bit further than quarterfinals that year. So there have been sadder stories in this world.
All right. TLC says, you can FC, Max. I believe in you. This is going to be HDHR. Watch. This is going to go crazy wild. If this is HDHR, I will be impressed. Especially if you can play. This one is tough.
Yeah. Is there a requirement for... I forget. Is there a requirement for 1 mod minimum? Or no? I don't think
No,
there is.
literally free.
Literally
mod.
no. Yeah, it's just literally
Like
free mod.
tiebreaker style rules. Oh,
Yeah, excellent.
triple no mod is allowed. Triple HDHR is also allowed, but we've got single HDHR coming out from Max. Aaron's internet is,
I believe.
giving us some trouble.
I believe.
I didn't catch what the mods were from Switzerland. Hivan's on
Switzerland.
No mod.
There were two mods. Necrotal was on Hard Rock, and I think TWC was on Hidden. Yeah. So, very interesting to see Mexico with their mod choices. I'm actually looking forward to it when we get to it.
It looks like we might be on waiting for more players here. It didn't even start. Oh no.
The curse of South American. The connection speeds sometimes does come in at the worst time, and it's very safe to say 4-1 result is a very bad time for internet issues.
Yeah, especially in the team that is behind. That's maybe not what you want for morale. Looks like we're gonna have an abort and try again here.
Yep. Wait, how old is this song if you used to hear it when you were a child? What? That's actually interesting. When was this song released? I'm kind of curious now.
The one that the Raisa song that we are listening to is like a year old. I remember listening to it when it got released because this is like the genre I follow. Yeah, it's like a year old.
Ooh.
When was it? May 2023. Okay, so it's basically 2 years old.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. TWC just asking, hey, can we just get the point? It said after the abort that we won.
Avon claps back. Nah, bro. You clearly misread. Oh! Wait, what's this?
Oh no!
Aaron's coming in!
Oh, he wants to play No Mod 3 again.
He wants to play No Mod 3 again.
Alright, come on, please. Yes? Maximus Hill, Hidden Hard Rock. Just to balance out the mods, TWC HR only, Necotile HR only, everyone else is no mod. This is crazy for Max. I could see it working, just like two no mods is safe score on an anti-mod. That's not the worst of ideas. This map is very sub-1 millable for like the lower bracket kind of teams with one mod.
Yeah. I mean, if Maximo can hold like a decent A rank, there can be some high score potential. Especially on a field like this where there's not as many mods. There's not as much of a pressure to be as accurate that you need to be.
Alright, and EHR on this is quite hard. I'm going to be straight with you. I think this is going to be absolutely nothing for TWC to full combo, but Necotile, I'm not sure if they have the fast reading and just the kind of, not overlap, but reverse overlap, I suppose, reading for this. It does actually require some proper HR skill. It's not, the first thing is not going to catch Necoloid, but it's going to catch out Max. And that's bad news for Mexico.
On a double S. Oh, never mind. That didn't last very long.
Nice work, B.
You're welcome, buddy.
Honestly, that is the hardest part for Hard Rock out of the way. For Hard Rock only. I think the ending is tougher for HDHR, just because of the patterning, but that start with those weird sections of SV.
Nactarin with a drop.
Ooh.
That's a little scary.
Max. Probably comfy enough on this section. This is just like comfortable SV hidden, as long as what you play on hidden isn't only speed. It looks like Max is okay with this. It's just the accuracy is sitting in the 94s right now, below the no mod scores. Not what you want, but he's making it at least kind of work. Kievan's gonna miss, but it's at least traded by Necotile.
Yeah, which is actually better for Mexico.
Oh, Nagrin finds another break. This should be all Switzerland's to lose.
I'm not sure.
Oh,
yeah, Necotile does pick up the miss.
doing okay though, hitting pretty much everything, and we've only got a couple measures left. Not much time left here.
on the two mods, getting 94%, barely above an A rank.
Is crazy. He actually has seen most of the map. Did he have to see everything after the intro?
I think he
section?
did.
Wow, that's impressive as hell.
Unfortunately, doesn't get the A rank and only manages to keep up with Nakarin, which was the lowest score on the Switzerland side. So doesn't get much of a reward for the performance. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a 5-1 victory for Switzerland. GG, well played.
Yeah.
Good job by Switzerland keeping up with their roster throughout the entirety of the match. No player swaps. Only got exploited on No Mod 3. But alas, it was a very through and through solid matchup for them.
Yeah, comfortable enough win, but the next match is where things are going to get quite a lot tougher. They're going to go from a team 1 seed above them to almost certainly a team many seeds above them. I don't have the bracket in front of me, but yeah, this might be the pinnacle of Switzerland's run, but they did look pretty good in this win. Run to 16, a good pull for them, it looked like.
Yeah, and tragically for Mexico, they are exiting the tournament. Very comfortable defeat on their front. But you know what? They did get some good scores throughout the tournament. And nonetheless, I'm very excited to see how the Mexican team develops over the next 12 months. Looking to see them once again try to punch their weight into the higher seeds matchups, into the deeper runs. But that will be for another time. Up ahead, we do have a stacked set of matches. In fact, we have 2 matches happening at the same time at 1 UTC. Brazil and Canada are going to be facing off against each other, and Argentina and New Zealand will also be playing at 1 UTC. So we're going to have 2 streams. Again, what we've seen very commonly throughout this Taiko World Cup so far. That is set to continue, so we'll have commentators for both matches. Very exciting for that. I'll be there to cover one of those 2. I forgot which one off the top of my head. And then later on, we do have Australia versus Malaysia, the 8th and 9th seed matchup. It's going to be a tight result from what some people have been saying, or at least from what it looks like on paper. We will see. And then we'll have a very huge break later on to have the second round of matches at 10 UTC onwards. So plenty of exciting matches ahead over this next 12 hours. We'll be here to cover it all, and yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, what is that? China versus the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland? Ooh, that one might be good. I mean, what? I'm not biased. But yeah. We'll see you in 4 hours for the next one. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.